Quote the bard, I want all the kush, I want all the bottles, I want all the cash, I want all the models. And by the bard, of course, I mean Juicy J. And by all the bottles, well, I've got one with me today, and it's the Glen Grant, 10 years old, coming up in a few moments. That is correct, salty dogs. Today I am tasting the Glen Grant 10 years old. What have we got here? It's an award winner. If you can figure out what accent that was, please do dial information and let me know. Glen Grant Rather Speyside Single Malt Scotch Whisky. We're looking at 40% ABV. I believe it has been artificially coloured. Don't quote me on that. I couldn't find out absolutely, but I'm 80% sure that it's been artificially coloured. Glen Grant, 10 years old, displays a bright golden colour with a sweet pear and vanilla bouquet. This elegant single malt dances on the palate with gentle notes of orchard fruits and butterscotch. The finish is satisfyingly long and complex. Glen Grant has recently been acquired by Campari, which is an Italian drinks company. This is the only Scotch they own. One of the fortunate side effects of this acquisition is now Glen Grant is extremely popular in Italy. I believe it's probably one of the better selling Scotch whiskies for our crazy Italian cousins. There is a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old expression of this whiskey, but it's just not available in Australia from what I can see. This is the one that is, along with the Major's Reserve, which I hope to do a tasting, but if I could just have the attention of Glen Grant, I need you to bring those scotches into this market. Please! Please! Might have gone a bit too far in my solicitations. It has won awards in Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible. Certain casks of this whiskey have won the award for Best 10-Year-Old Single Malt, so I have pretty high expectations. I don't know if those particular casks are in that bottle. Who knows? I bought this for an evening with a few friends, and we all brought bottles, and as you can see, we all had a very good sample of this offering. Yeah, I'd say white wine smell in the cork. I've poured myself way too much for a tasting. It's a very, very light amber colour. Let us nose, shall we? Let's do it together. Come on, you ready? I'm ready. You're not ready. Definitely orchard fruits. Vanilla. Apples. That's really wonderful. It's really nice on the nose. This is right up my street. Sesame Street. Yeah, I'd say Granny Smith apples. Some general sweetness. And just faintly in the background, not very ostentatious, just some very light spice, very light oakiness. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Santé. Very nice balance. Get those fruits. A little bit of a nuttiness. Malt. Some very good maltiness. Mild spices, not very spicy. Vanilla, definitely. I'd even say there's a slight sherry note lurking in this drop. Nice and oily, very pleasant oiliness, and some pears, I would say. There's a good. The descriptor of it being orchard fruits is very accurate. A very fruity drop. I would have to say it's a medium finish, and with the malt coming in, sort of taking center stage, if you will, accompanied with that mouthfeel of oiliness and just a faint whiff of honey. I'd say that's the finish. Very nice drop, I must say. I poured way too much for a tasting, so I'm just going to leave that there. Really, really, really good drop. I quite enjoyed this one. But I'm putting a caveat on that. It very much appeals to my personal tastes. So if you're a peat fan, or you like those somewhat more bold whiskies, then you might not fancy this as much as I do. For me, it's a personal thing. It just kind of ticks all the Johnny boxes, if you will. Someone hasn't ticked my Johnny box for a long time. So please, Glen Grant, you're 12 years old, you're 18 years old. You know, we Aussies would like to try some. Well, this Aussie would. Very, very, very good. I'll give it a thumbs up from me. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have tasted this scotch or you wish to make a comment, please do let me know down there in the comment section, or give me a thumbs up or subscribe. All those things would make me imponderably happy. And I look forward to tasting another scotch with you saline companions very, very soon.